Hello everyone and welcome to another history video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Hardened Scales deck in Historic, and that's because I'm here to take a look at a new card from Weasel Eldraine, and that is called Elvish Archivist. I'm trying to see whether or not this card can empower this deck a little bit in Historic. I do have a little bit of a doubt though, because it does start with 1 toughness, which means it does get killed by the Orcish Bowmaster, but it does have some upsides to playing this card. Very rarely, you could play the Hardened Scales after you play the Elvish Archivist, which would draw you a card. And every time you play a card, even without Hardened Scales, if it was an artifact card, it will get 2 counters instead of just 1, something like Ingenious Smith, for example. But besides that, one other trick you can do in this deck is with Zabaz, the Glimmer Wasp, and Hangerback Walker. Now, Zabaz does require red mana to destroy an artifact that you control, but most of the times it's not going to be relevant. But in case if we do need it, we are playing 4 copies of Mana Confluence, and you can forcefully destroy your own Hangerback Walker into creating Thopters, which can be also sacrificed to Retrofitter Foundry. So having said that, we're going to be jumping into some Historic Best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Ooh. That is pretty juicy, isn't it? So since we're going first, I'm gonna play the Esper Sentinel, which would potentially deny like Orcish Thoughtseize on turn 1. Forest. They also let me draw as well. Hmm. We'll go with Portable Hole. They're just letting me draw every single turn. That's really good. Okay, Kiora. Go with Ingenious Smith first. Yeah, I still don't know how I feel about the Elvish Archivist. So we'll play some Haywire Mites to get rid of like Utopia and stuff. I also want Invasion of Gobakin. I'm not sure about Valorous Stance. Maybe Fragment Reality is probably better because this also gets rid of Gobakins. I mean Utopia. Invasion of Gobakin is kind of sketch actually. They don't really have any board wipes anyways. I'll go down on some Hangerback Walker this match. And Ozolith seems a bit too slow. We'll do this. Okay, this is a really good start. We have Portable Hole for Utopia. If they don't have it, we can also go Retrofitter or Ornithopter, right? Like that's this starts so good. So we'll see what they play. We'll go Portable Hole first. Okay, they have another Utopia. They did not have a creature, I mean, a land, though. But Sage says you can only destroy non-basics. Nice. Okay. I think opponent's gonna leave here. Should I kill the Delighted Halfling or Utopia? I think we actually get rid of Utopia. Yep. The reason why getting rid of Utopia is way better is because these things only generate mana for legendaries, right? And also, like, if you get rid of Utopia, if they play Kiora, they can't untap their forest, generate more mana that way. No Greenland, but we're going first with Retrofitter and Esper Sentinel. Like, what more can you ask for? Okay, so let's go with the Retrofitters here. I'm playing both of them out just because if opponent Thought Seizes, unironically, Ornithopter was actually the best card to get rid of from our hand if we don't play them out. People are actually playing those new manlands? Interesting. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Portable Hole. Opponent about to surrender in 3, 2. I mean, I would surrender there too. So they're playing no Giganta. Interesting. Shadow Sphere in. We'll probably do something like this here. Tormod's Crypt, Shadow Spear, and Fragment Reality. Go down on an Ozolith. Hangerback Walker's gonna be pretty decent, I think. Because they're gonna have a lot of removal spells. Again, I'm taking some Elvish Archivist out. I'll go down on a copy of Zabaz. And maybe a copy of Ozolith, since we're bringing a lot of sideboard cards. Yes, so far, I am not very amazed about the Archivist. So this has to be... Should I mulligan this? I should. Hmm. Ornithopter's so good with Ingenious Smith, though. I actually think Hardened Scale is the card to go. Because we want to Esper Sentinel into Ingenious Smith Ornithopter. Wow. They gave me a card. Balmor? Nice portable hole. So we can go either Ingenious Smith plus Esper Sentinel or Ingenious Smith plus portable hole. What should I do? I actually think going Esper Sentinel here is way better. Because if this was a removal spell there, and then we would have drawn, but they didn't have any, so like if they actually had a removal spell there, I think my play was way better than just playing Ingenious Smith. But this also works as well. Ooh, Shadow Spear. Oh, that's so funny. Should I still do it? I should just still do it. I'm playing the Tormod's Crypt now, so we can deny Drehor Arcanist play. Okay, that sucks. But it is what it is. Yep, it is what it is. Brother Hosan can't stop that. Best card against us. Okay. It's actually the best card we could have drawn there. Yeah, unironically, that was actually the best card we could have drawn there. Hardened Scales. And they've already used Brotherhood's End. So static discharge to lower the life link a little bit. We don't block this. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. They do only have one card, though. I'm scared. Hmm. So do we have lethal? Oh, we can't sacrifice a boss because we don't have mana confluence. That's unfortunate. Let's see. 9 damage on this thing. Attack, attack. They have to block at least 2 damage here. Hmm. Blink Moth attack. Yikes. Okay, we might have a chance. Opponent. Okay, so I thought what was gonna happen was that they're gonna double block. And then so they're gonna double block like I don't know. They're gonna double block, and I was gonna re-equip the Shadow Spear to the construct. That was actually my plan. But the thing was I didn't know what this was, right? If this was like a removal spell, then they can also shrink this down or shrink this down, right? So I didn't know, right? Balmor is also buffing Soul Scar Mage, which also had prowess, right? So there's a lot of things that could have gone wrong. So I was thinking for a bit. Looks okay. I mean, actually, it looks really good. Never mind. Okay, never mind. Looks really bad now. They have to get rid of the retrofitter here. I mean, maybe it's not that bad. Right? Because I get to Esper Sentinel into Ingenious Smith plus Ornithopter. Like, it's not the worst. It's only really bad if they have an Orcish Bowmaster on top of this. And we can get yeah, that's fine. Like I said, it's fine, right? I only attacked my opponent for 1 damage, and they're already at 13. My Rex. Okay, so what should I do? There's a lot of things I can do. I think I'm actually supposed to play Ingenious Smith and then play Retrofitter. And I'm supposed to pass here. And then sacrifice Ornithopter this turn. So these will get more counters. Because these can only get counters each turn, right? So we're going to sacrifice the Ornithopter here. Wow, they decided not to... Like, that's kind of weird. It's actually very, very weird. So we'll just attack with all of these. I wanted to portable hold this, but it was just not happening. So Haywire Might in the main deck is kind of rude. Fragment Reality is really good for 1-drops, but I'm pretty sure they don't really play that many 1-drops to begin with. It's kind of weird to say, but I don't think we're sideboarding. I actually think our deck is actually very, very well positioned versus their deck. Our portable hole should get rid of anything they play. I mean, I guess... Do you really want Fragment Reality? Let's just go. Another amazing hand. So this is the whole reason why we're playing Mana Confluence, right? Because we can activate Zabaz's destroy target artifact you control. And that's actually very, very important for our deck because we play Hangerback Walker. Okay. So I could play Ozolith here, but I think it's actually just straight up better to just go Elvish Archivist, even if they have an Orcish Bowmaster here. Because that means Zabaz is gonna live, and that means Zabaz, if Zabaz does end up dying, Ornithopter is going to get the counter later on. Hmm. I don't really care. They must have another Orcish Bowmaster if they're doing this. Really don't want to do this, but really bad draws here. Let's see. Guess we'll just save life total. Yeah, we knew they had another Orcish Bowmaster. That's not a surprise. The opponent ran out of cards. Do I have time to bring back Loris? I block 2, 3, 4. If I play Loris, so I'm taking 4 damage. Play Loris. Play Ornithopter. I take additional. I'm not sure if we actually have time. Four, six, seven. Yeah, I don't see how we can actually get out of this situation. The problem with this our hand was that we drew 3s of bosses, which doesn't do anything. That was and they had they had 3 removal spells. Um yeah, I mean just go again. I just think we got a bit unlucky there. Opponent had a Thoughtseize on turn 1 every single game. It's pretty annoying. I kind of like their deck, though. Pretty cool. So this Archivist is probably gonna die to Orcish Bowmaster, but we did draw cards, so that's pretty good. Um, so this is kind of annoying, right? I do want to play the Archivist, but then I have to waste a Portable Hole. I think the play is just play Archivist and use the mana to go up to +4. Exile. Man, their deck is very prepared to beat our deck. It's not a card that you see every day because you don't actually see too many Loras decks anymore, and the only Loras deck right at the moment is actually a control deck. Same with the Wither Bloom. I'd be very surprised if opponent actually does not have a Thoughtseize, I guess. But I don't really have a place, so I just gotta hope that they don't have it. I'm gonna play the Ingenious Smiths just so that we can get some more value out of this. But they did have an Orcish Bowmaster. It also seems like they also have a Fatal Push on top of that. Oh, never mind. Got a bit lucky there. When did they get a Haywire Might? So they did have one. Well, GG's. Okay. I would normally not keep this hand, but keep a hand with only one land, but we have a retrofitter plus Ornithopter, which is like a godsend. Let's just play that. Then we have a portable hole on this Delighted Halfling, which is also really good. Up the Beanstalk. Interesting, interesting. Okay, this game is officially over. We got another Ornithopter. I mean, it does feel good when you like start like this, but sometimes it can feel bad. Okay. Fragment Reality. Haywire Might. Seems incredible. Cut Ozolith and Elvish Archivist. We'll go down on a copy of a Hangerback Walker. Some slow cards like that. Ooh. I'm gonna keep this one just because we have Portable Hole. Otherwise, I wouldn't keep this hand. It's the only reason why I would do it. I kept this hand. Also, Ozolith is probably a really bad card to keep in this matchup, huh? Yeah, I should probably get rid of the Ozolith. Actually, is it that bad? Yeah, I'm not sure if it's actually that bad. We need a Mana Confluence to destroy this Hangerback Walker. They have 5 mana. That's a lot of mana. Okay. So unironically, opponent can't really block these hangerback walkers or the boss. Or they block anyways. Okay, more beanstalks. They have so much mana. They have 11 mana total. They get a Karn. Silex. That's really bad. I would actually just destroy it right now. These are 0 mana cards. And I would just lose the game here. Yeah, I would do that. Since I don't have any cards at the moment, yeah, I would just destroy everything. Their last card was Karn. I mean, we lost this one. Let's be real here. Opponents at 12, they have a Karn. They're gonna be able to fetch something, probably play like a 9 mana card. Not much you can do. Like, all of our artifacts are turned off. I think this is a mulligan. I was thinking between Esper Sentinel or Retrofitter, but something like this can happen, right? Hmm. Okay, Kyora's really nice. Kyora's actually really nice. So we're gonna get rid of the Delighted Halfling and then get rid of Kyora here. Still a lot of damage we're missing, but if we can stop their aggression, I mean, ramping, especially in a mono green where you don't play that many lands to begin with. Like it's really nice when something like that happens. It seems like they have a Boseiju actually. This is totally fine. Okay, they're dead. So what did we learn from playing these games? The Archivist kind of sucks. And two, a lot of the wins weren't really because we were playing Hardened Scales, but because we had retrofitters. Right? Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I feel like let's go to the outro to actually talk about this. Okay, so we played 5 games and we went 3-2, I believe. I know we lost 2 games. I'm not sure if we actually played more than 5. Let me double check. Okay, never mind. We actually went 4-2. And it kind of does make sense. We lost to black removal spells and Yagamoth combo deck. And obviously, I think the big reason why that happened was we were playing 2-1 toughness creature. This card is just not very good for a lot of reasons. So one, we don't play that many enchantments to begin with. The only card that really synergizes with Elvish Archivist is the Hardened Scales. Good luck comboing these two off. And two, it does not get a +1/+1 counter when you play Hardened Scales. It only gives you +1/+1 counter on artifacts. And three, it does die to Orcish Bowmaster, so playing a 2-mana spell that dies to Orcish Bowmaster that also doesn't replace itself like Ingenious Smith does, it's really, really bad. So unfortunately, this card isn't really it. I think a card that's way better than this is unironically this uncommon here, Patchwork Automaton. It does die to Orcish Bowmaster, but they have to pay 2 mana. So this is protected, and it doesn't have the condition where you can only get one +1/+1 counter on a single turn. And also this is an artifact, so having more artifacts in the deck is always good for this deck. So yeah, this card is just straight up better than Elvish Archivist, just because you can't really proc the enchantment portion too well. So yeah, unfortunate, but this card has to go. And all of a sudden, the deck looks a lot better. Also, Esper Sentinel, it's good when it really works. Despite Orcish Bowmaster being a thing, I think Esper Sentinel is still really good. The only other alternative I can see in this slot is another modular card, which is of 1 mana. It's actually Arcbound Mouser, but I think Esper Sentinel is still a bit better. Lifelink is pretty nice. Being a modular card is also really nice. At the end of the day, I think Esper Sentinel is a bit better, even despite the fact that there's a lot of Orcish Bowmasters in this format. But the way I see it is that if all of your creatures are weak to Orcish Bowmaster, they can't get them all, right? They can't get them all. So yeah, I think Esper Sentinel is a bit better there. And the little trick that you can do in this deck, although we didn't really see it, is that if you have Zabaz, you can give a counter to Hangerback Walker, or you can also destroy Hangerback Walker in creating Thopters forcefully, which can be sacrificed to Retrofitter Foundry to create a 4/4. So there's a lot of synergy here, but I decided not to ruin the mana base too much by splashing too much red. I'm happy with these combinations here. Portable Hole actually came in clutch against double mono green players. So yeah, I mean, Portable Hole, very nice. Ingenious Smith can also find Portable Hole, very nice. You can't forget about Ornithopter if you're playing Retrofitter, which leads to the viability of the deck. And it's totally viable, but it's not going to be winning every single game. It can be powerful when it pops off, but a lot of times the way you're going to win is because you had Retrofitter and Ornithopter, and not because you were playing Hardened Scales. I think the deck gets really hard carried by Ornithopter and Retrofitter Foundry combo, so that's a bit unfortunate. In Historic, we don't really have Arcbound Ravager and Walking Ballista, but if we did have it, either one of them kind of works. I think the deck would be in a way better shape. As for the sideboard, the only reason why we have Valorous Stance in this deck is because I have no idea how this deck will get rid of Sheoldred other than Fragment Reality, but going up to four copies of Fragment Reality just didn't seem very good. And we're also playing 2 copies of Tormod's Crypt just because this is 0 mana artifact. If we played like a 1 mana Graveyard Hate, we're not gonna be able to combo off with the Ingenious Smith on turn 1, turn 2, right? With Patchwork Automaton. So that's why we played Tormod's Crypt here. But yeah, that was me testing out the Archivist. The Archivist was very bad, and it kind of fell short compared to Patchwork Automaton. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video so far, as always, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.